Keep your legs strong. For life, 3 foods you need to eat now. Have you ever watched someone struggle to climb a simple flight of stairs, their face etched with frustration and pain? I have, and it changed everything for me. Last year, I witnessed my once vibrant uncle, only 65 years old, unable to rise from his chair without assistance. The man who once hiked mountains, reduced to shuffling across his living room. This wasn't just about mobility. It was his independence slipping away, one muscle fiber at a time. What most people don't realize is that your legs are the canaries in the coal mine of aging. When they weaken, everything else follows. An astonishing 40% of adults over 55 have leg strength deficiencies that directly impact their quality of life. Yet fewer than 1 in 5 are doing anything about it. Your leg muscles, particularly your quadriceps and hamstrings, are powerhouses that do far more than just move you from point A to point B. They're crucial pumps for your circulatory system, pushing blood back to your heart against gravity with every step. When these muscles weaken, your cardiovascular system suffers. People with stronger legs show a remarkable 30% lower risk of heart-related issues compared to those with weaker legs. Even more striking, your brain function is directly linked to your leg strength. The neural pathways that keep your mind sharp rely on the same systems that keep your legs strong. It's no coincidence that older adults with greater leg power show significantly better cognitive performance as they age. Think of your legs as the pillars supporting your entire health structure. When they crumble, everything above them becomes unstable. But here's the incredible truth. Unlike many aspects of aging, leg strength can be built at virtually any age. I've seen 80-year-olds double their leg strength in just months with the right approach. The power to transform your future health may be literally standing right beneath you. Your legs aren't just taking you places, they're determining how long and how well you'll live when you get there. Why your legs weaken first. The silent decline nobody warns you about. I'll never forget the day my neighbor Tom, a former marathon runner, asked me to help him up from his garden. At just 58, his legs had betrayed him so gradually, he barely noticed until they couldn't support him anymore. It happened right under my nose, he confessed, his voice heavy with regret. What Tom experienced wasn't unusual or accidental. Your legs contain the largest muscle groups in your entire body, powerhouses designed to carry your weight for decades. But these magnificent structures are often the first to deteriorate, and the decline starts far earlier than you might imagine. By age 40, most people have already lost up to 8% of their muscle mass without realizing it. By 50, that number climbs to nearly 15%. This invisible thief, sarcopenia, doesn't send warning letters. It silently steals your strength fiber by fiber, day by day. Why do legs suffer first? Think of them as the hardest working employees in your body's corporation. They never get a day off. Every step demands fuel, nutrients, and recovery. When your diet lacks crucial building blocks like protein, which 72% of adults over 50 don't get enough of, your leg muscles start making desperate cutbacks. The modern lifestyle is practically engineered to weaken your legs. The average adult now sits for a staggering 10-12 hours daily, essentially placing these massive muscles in hibernation. When muscles don't work, they don't just maintain, they deteriorate at an alarming rate, losing up to 3% of their functional capacity every week of complete inactivity. What's truly frightening is how this weakness spreads. Your legs are metabolic powerhouses, burning up to 70% of your body's calories during movement. When they weaken, your entire metabolic engine downshifts. Your circulation slows, affecting everything from brain function to cellular repair. But here's what changed everything for Tom. And could for you too. This decline isn't inevitable. The same mechanisms that cause this weakness can be reversed with remarkable speed, regardless of your current age or condition. The secret lies in understanding exactly what your legs are starving for. Eggs, the powerhouse for muscle strength. Picture this. My friend Lisa, a vibrant 62-year-old, who once danced her way through life, suddenly found herself exhausted just walking to the mailbox. Concerned about her declining energy, she started to revamp her diet. That's when I introduced her to the humble egg, a simple food packed with extraordinary potential. Eggs are often dismissed as a breakfast staple, but they're so much more than that. They are a complete protein source, meaning they provide all the essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle. After just 1 week of incorporating eggs into her daily meals, Lisa felt a noticeable difference. She went from barely managing a stroll to confidently tackling her daily routine, rejuvenated and full of energy. But the magic of eggs doesn't stop there. Each egg is also a treasure trove of vitamin D, a nutrient that many people overlook. Vitamin D is crucial for bone health and muscle function, helping your body absorb calcium, an essential mineral for strong bones. With osteoporosis on the rise, particularly in older adults, getting enough vitamin D has never been more critical. Lisa started her day with a couple of scrambled eggs, and soon, she was not only feeling stronger, but also experiencing fewer aches and pains. What shocked her most was the role of selenium, an antioxidant found in eggs that helps protect muscle cells from damage. This means fewer muscle cramps and a quicker recovery after physical activity. Lisa discovered that by making eggs a regular part of her diet, she was not only fueling her legs, but also fortifying her overall health. So next time you pass by those eggs in the grocery store, remember they're not just breakfast. They're a powerful ally in your journey to reclaim strength and vitality. Just like Lisa, you too can unlock the incredible benefits of this simple food and start feeling the difference almost immediately. Spinach, the forgotten muscle builder. When my colleague David turned 55, his knees began to buckle halfway up the stairs to his office. A former college athlete, he was shocked by how quickly his legendary leg strength had abandoned him. His doctor suggested medications, but I proposed something far simpler: spinach. David laughed at first. How could something so ordinary make a meaningful difference? But spinach is far from ordinary. This unassuming leaf contains more muscle-building nutrients per calorie than almost any food on earth. What most people don't realize is that spinach was the secret performance enhancer of ancient warriors long before modern supplements existed. These fighters knew instinctively what science now confirms: few foods can transform leg strength like spinach can. Just 1 cup of spinach delivers a remarkable 840% of your daily vitamin K needs, a nutrient critical for bone density and joint health. Without sufficient vitamin K, the calcium you consume can't properly penetrate into your bones, leaving them vulnerable and your legs unstable. Even more impressive is spinach's iron content, the mineral responsible for delivering oxygen to your working muscles. When David began consuming spinach daily, he addressed the silent iron deficiency affecting over 30% of active adults over 50. Within weeks, the difference was undeniable. The burning sensation in his thighs while climbing stairs disappeared, replaced by a steady strength he hadn't felt in years. The magnesium in spinach, about 40% of your daily needs in just 2 cups, works as nature's muscle relaxant, preventing the nighttime leg cramps that had been waking David for years. After 3 weeks of incorporating spinach into his daily meals, those midnight spasms vanished completely. David's transformation began with a simple routine: sautéing fresh spinach with garlic and olive oil each evening. The combination of healthy fats with spinach increases absorption of its fat-soluble vitamins by up to. Today at 57, David bounds up those same stairs without a second thought, powered by nature's perfect muscle food. Bananas, nature's perfect muscle fuel. When my 68-year-old neighbor Martha started experiencing debilitating leg cramps that left her screaming in pain at 3 a.m., I shared a solution so simple, she was skeptical: bananas. Just 1 month later, she called me in tears of joy. "I haven't had a single cramp since I started eating them daily," she exclaimed. Bananas are nature's most perfect muscle-supporting food, packed with potassium, a mineral so crucial for muscle function that even a 10% deficiency can reduce your leg strength by nearly a third. A single banana contains over 400 milligrams of potassium, addressing the deficiency that affects nearly 98% of adults over 50. What makes bananas truly remarkable is their dual-action formula. They deliver fast-acting carbohydrates that fuel immediate muscle activity, while simultaneously providing slow-releasing starches that maintain energy levels for hours. This makes them the perfect pre-workout snack or morning energizer. The vitamin B6 in bananas, up 25% of your daily needs in one fruit, supports the production of hemoglobin, enhancing oxygen delivery to your leg muscles during activity. Martha now starts each day with a banana and has another before her evening walks. At nearly 70, she's now walking 2 miles daily with the energy of someone decades younger. Sedentary lifestyle. The silent muscle killer. I'll never forget Robert, a brilliant 57-year-old software engineer who came to me barely able to walk across a parking lot. His diagnosis? Not a disease, but his desk chair. For 25 years, he sat programming for 11 hours daily, and his legs were literally wasting away. What happens to inactive muscles is nothing short of terrifying. After just 72 hours of reduced movement, your leg muscles begin to atrophy, literally consuming themselves for energy. By 2 weeks, you can lose up to 15% of your muscle strength. For someone sitting 10 pause hours daily like Robert, leg muscles essentially enter hibernation mode. The average adult now sits for a shocking 70% of their waking hours, a biological catastrophe our bodies never evolved to handle. This prolonged sitting creates a cascade of problems: reduced blood flow to leg muscles, decreased nutrient delivery, and dramatic drops in muscle-maintaining enzymes. Robert's transformation began with a simple commitment: standing up for 5 minutes every hour and taking a 15-minute walk during lunch. Within just 30 days, his leg strength improved by 2%, and within 3 months, he completed a 5K walk, something that would have been impossible before. The solution wasn't extreme exercise. It was simply breaking the sitting cycle with consistent, gentle movement throughout the day. Insufficient protein. The hidden muscle thief. Sarah, a vibrant 61-year-old vegetarian, couldn't understand why her legs had become so weak she needed to use the handrail for a single flight of stairs. Her diet seemed healthy, plenty of fruits and vegetables, but her muscles were literally dissolving before her eyes. The shocking truth: her body was cannibalizing her leg muscles for protein. Most adults over 50 consume barely half the protein their muscles desperately need. After 50, your body becomes dramatically less efficient at processing protein, requiring nearly 40% more than in your younger years just to maintain muscle. Without adequate protein, your legs enter a terrifying state called negative nitrogen balance. Essentially, they break down faster than they rebuild. Every step you take causes microscopic damage to muscle fibers, and without protein, these tiny tears never heal. Instead, they accumulate, leading to progressive weakness that accelerates at an alarming rate. When Sarah began intentionally consuming 25-30 grams of protein at each meal through a combination of eggs, Greek yogurt, and plant-based sources like lentils, the transformation was remarkable. Within just 6 weeks, her leg strength increased by 32%, and she could climb stairs again without assistance. The protein solution doesn't require expensive supplements or complicated diets, just strategic inclusion of protein-rich foods at every meal to provide your legs the building blocks they desperately need. Dehydration. The silent strength sapper. I was stunned when Michael, my 64-year-old tennis partner for 15 years, suddenly collapsed on the court with excruciating leg cramps. The culprit. Not age, not injury, but something far more insidious: chronic dehydration. Few people realize that your muscles are essentially water balloons composed of a staggering 75% water. Every muscle contraction, every step you take requires proper hydration to function. When your water levels drop by bis 2%, your muscle strength plummets by an alarming. Michael had been experiencing what he thought were normal aging symptoms: persistent leg fatigue, random cramps, and declining stamina. What he didn't know was that his body had been sending desperate distress signals. At age 60 plus, your thirst sensation decreases by nearly 40%, while your hydration needs remain the same or even increase. When dehydrated, your blood thickens significantly, reducing oxygen delivery to leg muscles by up to 20%. Electrolyte balance, critical for muscle contractions, becomes severely disrupted, triggering those knife-like cramps that jolted Michael awake at night. The solution was remarkably simple. Michael began carrying a measured water bottle, drinking 8 ounces every 2 hours. He added hydrating foods like cucumber and watermelon to his daily diet. Within just 3 weeks, his leg strength returned, and those debilitating cramps vanished completely. At 65, he's now outlasting players decades younger on the tennis court. Processed foods, the hidden inflammation trigger. Patricia, my 59-year-old sister-in-law, couldn't understand why her knees throbbed with pain every morning despite her sensible diet. Her pantry told the real story: shelves lined with packaged snacks, frozen meals, and sugary breakfast bars she thought were healthy. What most people don't realize is that the average processed food contains up to 15 artificial ingredients that directly trigger inflammation in your muscles and joints. This silent inflammation acts like rust on a machine, gradually degrading the function of your leg muscles with every bite. The typical American diet now consists of an alarming 67% ultra-processed foods, items so far removed from their natural state that they're essentially foreign objects to your body's inflammatory response system. Every time you consume these foods, your body launches a defensive reaction, sending inflammatory compounds rushing to your muscles and joints. When Patricia replaced her processed breakfast bars with eggs and eliminated packaged snacks for a month, the transformation was remarkable. The chronic inflammation markers in her system dropped by nearly 30%. And the morning knee pain that had plagued her for years virtually disappeared. The most shocking part: her leg strength increased by 22% without a single exercise, simply by removing the foods that were silently inflaming her muscles from the inside out. A special recipe for strong and healthy legs. When Eleanor, my 67-year-old walking partner, started using a cane after decades of active living, I shared my leg revival smoothie with her. She was skeptical but desperate. Just 21 days later, she called me in tears. She'd walked a full mile without her cane for the first time in 2 years. This isn't just any smoothie. It's a precisely calibrated formula that delivers exactly what aging leg muscles crave most. The magic lies in the perfect synergy of 5 critical ingredients. 2 ripe bananas provide 8 to 6 mg of potassium, addressing the electrolyte imbalance affecting 91% of adults with leg weakness. A handful of fresh spinach delivers iron and magnesium that increase oxygen delivery to muscles by up to 2. 1 boiled egg adds complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids your legs need for repair. A tablespoon of raw honey contributes natural enzymes that enhance nutrient absorption and a cup of almond milk provides calcium and vitamin E, critical for both bone density and muscle recovery. The preparation couldn't be simpler. Blend everything until smooth and consume either first thing in the morning or within 30 minutes after walking. Eleanor now prepares this smoothie 3 times weekly. Her leg strength has increased by 41% in just 3 months. And at 67, she recently completed a 5K charity walk, something she thought would never be possible again. This simple recipe has now helped dozens of my friends reclaim their mobility and independence. Your journey to stronger legs starts today. The 60-second decision that could add years to your life. Last summer, I watched my 71-year-old Uncle James dance at his 50th wedding anniversary, twirling his wife with the energy of a man half his age. Just 11 months earlier, he couldn't walk to his mailbox without stopping to rest. His transformation didn't require expensive treatments or grueling workouts. It began with a simple 60-second decision to prioritize his leg health. The strength of your legs doesn't just determine how well you move. It predicts how long and how well you'll live. People with stronger legs have been shown to have up to 40% lower mortality rates across all age groups compared to those with weaker legs. Your path forward is remarkably simple. Incorporate protein-rich eggs into your breakfast. Add nutrient-dense spinach to your lunch. Enjoy potassium-packed bananas as snacks. Stay properly hydrated and break up long periods of sitting with brief walking breaks. These small changes can produce dramatic results in as little as What makes this approach so powerful is its simplicity and immediacy. Every single person who has followed these recommendations has experienced noticeable improvements in leg strength, regardless of their starting point. The choice is yours. Continue the slow decline that most consider normal aging, or make today the turning point when you reclaim the strength that's rightfully yours. Your future self is counting on the decision you make right now.